Nicholas on film here again. Today I'm talking about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Came out in 2023. Um, just to say what I feel kind of right away is makes up for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But at the same time, I was understanding Kingdom of the Crystal Skull a little more. The backstory at the start of the movie involves Indy, and he's with the Nazis, and the war's over. But like the whole cleanup aftermath is still a harrowing ordeal. Not just like instantly it's done and over with, and everyone can go home happy. It's like there's a lot of bad feelings, and you got to get at enemy territory, which is basically what's going on with him and Toby Jones, who plays. Basil Shaw. So it's like his partner. He's a familiar actor. He's kind of smaller in stature and has quirky type features like Steve Buscemi-esque. So I'm sure people would recognize him. But yeah, they have a device. They're all fighting. They're not just trying to get home, but at the same time, there's like some device. It's the dial. We learn later on. Everyone wants it for some mysterious reason. So these whole rousing flashback sequence, it kind of just gets you into the mindset of the original trilogy. So yeah, it's like kind of wondering, is Harrison Ford capable of donning the fedora once more? And although he has a lot of gray hair and wrinkles, I heard an interview somewhere where George Lucas was saying that guy, even with his age, he's still he's basically an athlete still. Like he's capable of anything an athlete could do. So I don't know if how true that was, but I know that these big budget movies take a lot of energy, and it's a lot more work than we as audience members can necessarily tell by sitting in our comfy reclined seats with popcorn and soda or even dinners, depending on the theater that we have. But he doesn't let up. So his character is kind of playing this crankier version of Indiana Jones, and he's complaining about all his like battle wounds and scars. And I'm sure Harrison Ford received some while filming so many movies over the years, but in a way, it seems like Indiana Jones would have gotten more because he's been shot at, and he's not like a somewhat pampered movie star. So I think that it's good that he gets to play someone who's kind of even worse off than he probably really is in real life. So it lets him do some acting, but at the same time he's physically up for the task at hand. There's a lot of adventure in the movie, and we got the kid this time around. He's on motorcycle rides, they're horseback riding, they're going through Nazi camps. They're going underwater, they're going in caves. They're in airplanes, they're going through vortexes. I don't want to spoil it too much from there, but a pretty powerful climactic sequence, giant climactic sequence that is foreshadowed earlier on in the movie, and it's quite magnificent. I could see why maybe some people are turned off by it, but if you watch the other Indiana Jones movies, it's totally in line, and it's an expansion of the world that was created there, and I have absolutely nothing wrong with it. In fact, I think it was an absolutely wonderful choice. I preferred it over the UFO type elements, definitely in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which wasn't bad, but it wasn't handled as well as it could have been. But I understand that Spielberg probably was running out of steam. It takes a lot more work than you think to make these things. So James Mangold, great choice this time around. It always seems like with the Indiana Jones movies, you can tell a lot about them from the title. I guess that's one of the great titles of all time, personally, in my opinion. And it's like the other one, you can kind of tell a little off when the title is off. So it's like the first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark. That was before they even had the Indiana Jones surname in the movie. And it's just such an unforgettable title for a movie. And then the Temple of Doom. By then they're putting Indiana Jones in Temple of Doom. And then Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. like, come on, the Last Crusade, like the Crusaders or the Holy Quest for the Holy Grail. And then, the one that was kind of let down, kind of made you think something a little out, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Like it's like one of those youth adventure books. It's like something that's like it's a little too much. You kind of tell watching the movie. And this time around, I couldn't tell fully ahead of time, but I was like, but it contained enough mystery in it that I didn't have any negative thoughts on it. And then after watching the movie, I'm like, yeah, it's a great title. So the Dial of Destiny. Kind of get your imagination going just thinking about it. And I feel like it lives up to that in the film, and it's totally fitting for what happens and what they're searching for and the effects that this device can have on time itself. The greatest thing in moments in this film initially are, caught my attention with the young Indiana Jones, and then seeing him older was kind of, a little shocking, because, Harrison Ford, and it's mostly the gray hair, I think, too. Obviously he's gonna have wrinkles and stuff, but it's just like, we're so used to like the young Indiana Jones and rousing adventure. So it's like, wow, it's like he's turning into that Dr. Professor that he always had the name, but didn't seem totally right for him. But once he puts the fedora back on, it kind of captures that youthfulness again. Which has a lot to do with acting too, if you know that. It's like their costumes and their props, and bring them into their character and make them come alive. And I feel like the Indiana Jones movie, they kind of bring us along for that actorly-like experience, especially when they do things like this, where we're introduced to him, then we're shown how much he's aged, and then we're like questioning, is he even going to be able to handle this? Like, is he capable of donning these elements once more? And then once you've got the hat on and it's like shiny leather and then whip, and then the attitude just kind of falls right back into place. And obviously he's a little older, but like I said, he's wiser now, and wisdom is definitely underrated. And like I said, wisdom from a guy like this, that's the ultimate wisdom. So they don't fail us in that regard. I mean, I was questioning, when this movie came out, whether it was like, I was so disappointed by the previous one, so I was like, worried, concerned, please don't do that again, to us. So like I said, I was trepid before watching it. I had a lot of trepidation, but now I can see that it wasn't just me. Everyone kind of knew that they needed to like go all out and do it right this time. And then they did such a good job that it's like, there's a lot of talk that this is the final adventure and stuff, but I feel like the final Indiana Jones movie would be like, if they truly meant that, then you would be like titled like Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like, we don't even need Indiana Jones in the title. Just come up with another one, great title, and that will be the denouement. Because they did such a good job here. It's like Harrison Ford still got it, so if someone really could come up with another great plot idea and maybe even pass it to some other great capable director, Robert Rodriguez, that would be fascinating. El Mariachi, Desperado, Indiana Jones, that'd be pretty rad. They got Antonio Banderas here, so someone else too, like someone who just kind of knows the feel of the situation. Let me think off the top of my head. J.J. Abrams, I don't know. One of those behind-the-scenes Star Wars guys. Get George Lucas to come back. That would be great. He's been retired for so long. He's the guy who partially came up with Indiana Jones and helped have him come back behind the scenes in full force. That'd be spectacular. Well, who knows? Just if he does, just dial back on the CGI characters. We don't need that. We need less of that. More of the American Graffiti. Again, got Harrison Ford. But yeah, anyways, that's my take on this. So until my next perspective, Nicholas on film, and over now.
Water displacement.
Get in the pool!
What? Help me open the door!
Well, they didn't get out the doors. Get in the pool!
Hey! I'm getting in the pool.
Help me!
Archimedes was fascinated
Right! Water displacement!